This is one of those shows where because nothing like happens plot wise, like leading into the next episode, I don't know like where to begin or start thinking like we're going to head or go. Like I actually got no idea. I see on the first frame of this, we do have a thing of Bond, so maybe, just maybe, we get something focused with him, which is, all I've been asking for 10 episodes in a row now. So hopefully that's something. My luck though, it's just gonna pan down and it's Anya doing something and it has nothing to do with him. But a man can dream. That's really all I got to say. If you like it all, the like and subscribe to mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion. Leave any comments with this episode or series. Oh, also, this is a Toho show. I forgot to mention this on a few of the others now that I think about it. This is going to get blocked at some point because that's just what they do. So when that happens, there'll be a link in the description if you want to watch the reaction still. Yeah. Get going though with episode 2. Like, great. They've done such an excellent job at building up characters that aren't our main three, I guess, that allows us to focus more elsewhere. Like we get to end off here with Damien and his friends and that entire journey, right? And we get to see them go on this research trip that they're on, right? Like it's really good that we're able to build up characters that allows us to not focus on our main and make it interesting too, and make people actually like care and want to be a little bit more invested. Well, I'm definitely sure there's probably some people who are like, I don't care about this, whereas like, Anya and where's everybody else, right? Like, but me, I'm okay with this because I think it's great and it adds a lot more depth to these characters for moments that might become a bit more, I don't know, serious at some point in the future if those ever end up coming about, and it'll allow them to hit a little bit more, and it allows you to feel as the viewer a bit more rewarded and feel a bit just the feeling you get about it will change entirely based on whatever they decide to do going into the future, and you'll have a lot more of a connection and care for these people. So being able to have these separate moments and make them as enjoyable and well done like that definitely can hit and works out really well, which I really think is cool. And they made that an entirely fun time. While we don't really progress things or push any real plot or story forward here, once again, it's perfectly okay as we get to focus a little bit on Bond here at the beginning, which is something I've been asking for literally ever now, which makes me really happy. And they do an excellent job at making the entirety of this episode, everything that kind of revolves around him, work extremely well, which I love. Being able to not use any words and kind of just allow you to experience everything through the visuals works really excellent, especially for a character like him. And it's just extremely fun to leave everything up to your own kind of imagination and what he possibly could be thinking in that moment, and see how similar in a way that he really is to like us and how we might be thinking, because a lot of the things that he's thinking are fairly predictable, right? But it works well because it just allows you to kind of connect and understand him. The entirety of this, like this sequence of him seeing like him getting shot and all that, it's crazy to think about. I like how he goes to Anya here and she's like, I don't have time for you, dude. So he's excited, he's like, oh, I get to eat dinner, I guess that's okay. And then he looks into the future again and predicts what's going to happen and realizes it's not something too pleasant. He doesn't really want to be a part of this. So he gets really fucking confused and scared here. I do wonder if he has like a limitation. We talked last week, they showed Anya being like, oh, they're too far, I can't actually like do this, and sometimes she can't like channel in on one person and there's too many other people. Also there's like a day of the year that like things don't really work, right? Like she has these kind of limits to what her ability really is, and I wonder if his into the future has like a limit of how far ahead he can really see, and if it's always completely accurate, or if there's like certain things about it that he gets like left out or he misses. I don't know. And I do really wonder, but it's interesting to think about, I guess. I love just being able to go through his memories here and him just think about like what exactly is about to happen and how he can go about fixing it or changing it so that's not exactly his real future. Him running away too, great moments of him just kind of exploring and searching out for Lloyd, going through this, him just sitting over and then reflecting on everything. Oh, that's so good. It's so goofy, but it's so good. Him running into Lloyd finally. And then this is where we get like my favorite part probably of the episode. The fun dynamic and relationship that we have between these two that we get to see kind of bloom a little bit here. And the moments between them, I think, is great. Every single time I feel like Lloyd's involved with somebody, it makes the interaction great. Like just one-on-one moments with him and Anya are fantastic. Every time him and Yor finally get to go out or have these moments are great. And now him and Bond, like he really helps bring characters to life, and he works really well with others in the dynamic that they have between them. Ultimately, a whole bunch of stuff goes down and they decide, all right, this is a perfect time for us to work together. Bond wearing the mask and everything's great. And they finally gets to see the future that he's happy about. It's really fun. Second half, entirely friendship focused, which is also really fun. And it's lovely to see Damien and especially his friends and how much they really care for him and how they kind of act and are willing to go to these extremes for him to make him not feel alone and make him feel like he has people around him and people that actually care for him, which is really, really sweet. He gets in trouble though for being late to the roll call or whatever it was. And basically his friends not wanting to leave him out while everybody else goes to the movies and ends up having this fun, decide let's plug around real quick, let's do some stupid shit like this and force ourselves to get in trouble. I love Mr. Henderson sees this immediately and realizes exactly what they're doing, but he's fully okay with that. So do all the other teachers, which allow them to be okay. They're not here. They're here to punish you by, I guess, taking away some things and making you do a little bit of work, but they're not trying to completely restrict you and take away all your freedoms and everything. And that's something that maybe Damien didn't realize, and he realized that I have to like strictly work on this stuff. I have to always be hardworking, and I can't get in trouble, and I have to just abide by these things. I have to worry about getting Stellos right. And he's so focused and narrow-minded, I guess, when it comes to what exactly he needs to do and trying to get approval and away from his father, that it causes them to kind of not be able to sit around and space out, as the teacher ends up saying later when they go on their adventure, that he doesn't have that time to kind of just zone out and just let everything kind of hit, allows himself to like reflect or maybe remove himself from his own self, I guess, and be able to kind of maybe look on the outside and decide that maybe what he's doing or the way that he's kind of viewing things isn't probably the correct way to go, or isn't maybe what he should be doing, or isn't what he really wants, and kind of alter that and really allow himself to grow. Now, he is a kid, of course, so all of this doesn't really matter until I guess he gets a little bit older, and then being able to remove oneself from their self is a better idea come that time. But being able to instill these like, kind of ideas now is a really, really, really good thing. And I love the eye patch teacher here being able to take us on our trip. This whole moment is fantastic of him rowing us so damn fast that everybody's like hating what they're doing, right? And ultimately they have to get away from this rock, but everybody falls in, or Damien falls in, and then they jump in to kind of help him, and he's like, dude, you could literally stand that, it's like ankles deep. It's a great way to kind of pull out and make that moment work. We insert song montage this whole moment of them kind of fishing and them kind of just teasing each other and doing everything. It's great. It's a fantastic time being able to see their bonding moments and them experience things for the first time. These like spoiled rich kids in a way, right? Who go to this fancy school and have always kind of had everything in a way. Having to experience the outdoors and go through all of this for like the first time, but they're still kids too, so they're not going to look it down upon these things either, and they do want to adventure and have fun and do whatever. And it's a great moment for them to see it. We venture back out and we end up getting a absolutely beautiful view. We talk about dreams and a whole bunch of other stuff and how it's okay if you don't know what you want, and even if you do know what you want, it's great to have goals and things that you want to kind of strive towards and actually accomplish, but at the same time also understand that that's truly what you want, and also realize that you're not restricted to only that, and you can achieve multiple things, and maybe if you don't achieve that, that's okay, and finding other things is excellent, which makes this whole moment great. Them just sitting down and kind of being able to look up and laugh and relax a little bit, and especially Damien in this moment, and them being so caught off guard when he's just laughing the way that he was is great. Seeing they definitely have like a thing that they care for him because of his status and stuff, but seeing that they do really care for him as a person, because you can definitely see that there is some stuff in there about that, which is great, and I absolutely love that. We get our reports at the end, which really isn't much, but it is what it is, and we kind of end the episode there. It's really fun. It's all I really want to say now, and I'm very excited just kind of to see what's to come. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you liked it, I'll hit the like and subscribe to me. Not to me, feel free to check out the other videos on the channel. Leave me comments for this episode or series. I'll be back for the episode 3 next week. You guys have a good one. Peace.